Yeah, but there's always somebody for everybody. I believe that. I'm a big believer. There's always somebody. I don't care what you're doing. You could be fucking everybody, in the workplace. Somebody's gonna marry you. That's just it.
Well, listen, I don't fucking marry any of these girls. That's the fact. Like, I am not gonna marry any of these girls. That's the fact. Like,
what if she's successful, man? What if she got more money than you?
No. First of all, nobody has more money more than me. That's the guarantee. Okay, no one has more money more than.
At the end of the day, music is an expression of self, and you should be able to express yourself as you like. So my advice is simply just, if you want to make music, make music.
So the best advice I can tell everybody is, respect everybody, work hard on yourself. Man, just fucking risk it in your 20s, and you gotta chill in your 30s. Just risk it all. If you're not risking it in your 20s, you're not risking it at all.
The girl, she said, what car you driving? What kind of a clothes you have? What kind of a watch? Your apartment. Do you think that's important for a relationship?
No, I don't personally. I do not think that at all.
If you go in with expectations, expect to be disappointed. That's what I say. Don't go in expecting stuff. Just go with the flow. If not, then what are you doing?
I used to do professional dancing for 10 years.
Tell us about your dancing.
Yeah, so I did standard and Latin American sports dancing because I was in competitive dancing. Mm-hmm. So you have a dance partner, all of the nice long dresses type of thing. But I did that for around 10 years, and I was in representation of Serbia.
COVID kicked in, so the club was closed down. I had the idea to open this, and like I said, I told too many people. So it kept getting pushed back and back. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to buy the equipment and ship it to Ireland. Then I have to do it. Mm. So we had no location, and I had a list of all the gear, all the contacts. Mm. And I just made a call, paid for it, shipped it off to Ireland, and I was like, right, now we have to do it.
You have no place, and you buy every single equipment.
Yeah, because
that's like a big risk.
My thing is this: if you're in a job and you're not happy with it, and you want to change, you're not really looking for another job. Okay, maybe for half an hour a day, you might have a little look. Where if you have no job and there's no food on the table, you have to look.
If you don't like where you are at the moment, do something to get to where you want to be, right? So if you feel like the job you are is not paying you enough, if you feel your circumstance right now isn't enough, you just gotta make changes. And the changes, you might need to jump. It might be a scary change, but you've got to make that jump.
The people who are at home that are not earning money right now does not believe that it's possible to be me and you. They think that we got lucky. That's a fact, okay? They think that we got lucky, or we done the right things, or we made the right moves. There's no such thing as getting lucky. There's being in the right place with the right people, but putting yourself there is a different story. I make my luck. You make your luck. You make your luck happen.
And this is just something that I learned from, I suppose, doing some personal development, and even in business. Like, if you go in with a mindset of I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't get staff and there's no staff available, you won't get staff. If you go in with the mindset of I'm going to get 2 people by the end of next month, you will have 2 people by the end of next month. There is people out there in every industry looking for work. It's just finding the right people that match your vibe. And that is one thing about my business. I will only take people in that fit my business. I don't just take people for the sake of having staff. I take them because they have to have certain things about them. They have to be positive. I don't want any negativity surrounding my business.
And then during college, I needed something for an extra few bob, and decided to do window cleaning because it was very easy to learn and needed very little money to get going. I started YouTube and how to clean windows because I suppose the thing that tweaked it was I was hearing my mum lives in Rackcool, and in that area I kept hearing that it's very hard to find a window cleaner. None of them could find window cleaners, and I was like, how can I find window cleaners? Like, it's a really easy job to do. So none of them could find any of them in the estate. They're all struggling to find a window cleaner. So then I went on to YouTube and I was like, how to clean windows, and I was looking at a couple of ads or a couple of videos, and I was like, that looks pretty easy. So I kind of went out.
And I started to think, right, I'm really hating college.
Say, fuck the college.
Yeah. So it came into the summertime, and it was the end of summer, and I was planning to go back to college. Well, I wasn't planning to, but my parents thought I was planning on going back to college. So I had sat down one day and I said to my mum, Dad, I'm not going back to college. And they were like, what? and I was like, I'm not going back to college. So my dad actually set me down. He said, you're not allowed to quit college until you give me a business plan.
Very nice.
So I was like, right, okay. So he was like, no, like I want to make sure that you're not like sitting around on your arse kind of. And I never was a person like that either. I had always worked a lot, no matter what I was doing.
I don't know. I feel like it's always hard. I don't think it's ever easy. Like if you want to work for yourself, don't expect it to ever get easy, because you're kind of always pushing for more and wanting to achieve more. Like I'm always like investing more into my business. Like there's no like people think, oh, you're gonna open up a business, you're gonna graft for 2 years and then it's gonna be all like just sitting around.
Every mistake I've ever made in my life shaped me into a better person. Very little regrets. And that's good to say at nearly 40. I regret very little.
You have no regret in your life?
I won't say none, but I'd say very little.
What's one thing regret do you have?
Probably relationship choices younger on, or maybe the odd even business choice, fights, things that I've said, but they're very little. Things that I've come to peace with now.
Home, I spoke with my husband. He thought I was mad. He was like, went on holiday and now you're leaving your job. And I know it sounded crazy because it was a really good job. I was very well paid. I was quite happy there, but I wasn't learning, I wasn't growing, I wasn't developing. I was just going to be stale, and I said, I just can't do this. I wanted to try and set up my own business, and I thought if it doesn't work, I'm employable, I can go back and get another job, but it did work.
You can learn so much online, and I really didn't feel like I was getting much value, and I also didn't want the output that came from college, which meant like a job and then going up the corporate ladder. I knew that wasn't the direction I wanted to go in. It really just kind of dawned on me like how much you can do if you just freed up your time. You didn't need that much money, but if you were able to have control of the hours in the day, you didn't have to clock in somewhere, you could have an absolutely incredible life. So my first goal really was to just replace my income, meaning maybe like 30, 40 grand a year, but just have my time to myself.